Hello, you're watching Global Mirror. I'm Shreya. It has been a historic week for America as well as the entire world. Donald Trump is back, and how? It has been a comeback for the ages, accompanied with its own concerns. Meanwhile, Canada continues to ensure that freedom of speech is strangled, even though it portrays itself as a champion of freedom of expression when it comes to Khalistanis. We'll be joined by the founder of Australia Today on Global Mirror today, the outlet that was banned by Justin Trudeau government. But first, let's talk about the US election results. Donald Trump, the 45th president of the United States, is set to become its 47th president, an occurrence that last happened in 1884 and 1892 with Grover Cleveland. Trump also became the first Republican in 20 years to win both the popular vote as well as the Electoral College. In 2024, a lot rides on Trump 2.0 and how far he will be able to fulfill the promises that he's made.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
The 45th President of United States is set to become the 47th President of United States.
Protect and defend.
In between the two, Donald Trump became a convicted felon and a survivor of assassination attempts. The center of gravity has changed in American politics. A tectonic shift that most American political pundits could not predict. From the Nostradamus of US elections, Alan Lichtman, to the long list of celebrities who rallied behind Kamala Harris, none knew what awaits them.
And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have.
I concede this election. I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
As stunned Democrats blamed Joe Biden and his delayed withdrawal for the Kamala loss, many others blamed Donald Trump for standing in between the American aspiration of inaugurating their first female president and breaking the glass ceiling. But this Donald Trump victory has come after big promises that he has made to his supporters and the world. For starters, he said he will end the wars. He has pledged to bring an end to the two conflicts and has been critical of American dollars being spent on the Russia-Ukraine war. On the other hand, while he has supported Israel, Trump has called for a ceasefire in Gaza. On illegal immigration, Trump has promised mass deportations and sealing the border. In the last Trump presidency, a border wall was promised, but it was not implemented entirely on ground. He has also gone on to promise no national abortion ban and opposes the electric vehicle push, a stance that is now likely to change given Trump's proximity to billionaire Elon Musk.
Let me tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon.
Donald Trump's historic win was amplified by the success that the Republican Party enjoyed in wresting control of the US Senate as well as retaining the majority in the House of Representatives. While his opponents at home are carefully noting his seemingly reconciliatory and somber tone in his victory speech, the rest of the world is now bracing for what is to come.
Popular vote was very nice, very nice.
His first term saw Donald Trump impose the travel ban, leave the Paris Climate Agreement, hold summits with Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un, recognize Jerusalem, higher tariffs, the trade war with China, and the Abraham Accords in West Asia. Even before his second term begins officially in January 2025, global leaders congratulated Donald Trump, hoping for peace and stability in a war-ridden world. Donald Trump is determined to reshape America's international relations and restructure the global order. Whether or not he's able to take America into a golden era is a wait-and-watch game. Bureau Report, Mirror Now. Earlier, I spoke with Karen Giorno, former Trump advisor and his Florida strategist. She responded to critics questioning Donald Trump's promises and how he would plan to curb illegal immigration. Take a listen to that conversation. Critics of Donald Trump say that he didn't do much as far as that wall was concerned. He promised a wall with Mexico to stop the illegal immigration and all of that, something that he also talked about in his victory speech today. He said he's going to seal the borders and that he will ensure that illegal immigration doesn't happen. But Trump's critics say that, back in 2016, he promised a lot, but he didn't do much on ground. What do we expect now? How do we trust him now?
Well, building a wall was only one small piece of his immigration policy, and I love that critics keep referring to the fact that that he did not finish the wall. Well, context matters, and he inherited in part of his term resistance from Congress. We have three co-equal branches of government here, and we don't have a dictatorship, and this is not an authoritarian regime. The president of the United States has to work with the other branches of our government, and so the Congress did not finance the wall. So the unfortunate part of that was he couldn't build the rest of it. However, he did institute the Remain in Mexico policy, which was really stemming the majority of the flow of illegal immigrants into the United States. So I don't really lend a lot of credence to that argument, only because they give you only a section of it without giving you a full context of the full policy and coming out of the White House regarding this issue.
Karen, one of the biggest concerns has been illegal immigration, as you and I have been talking about, and this campaign has seen some high-pitched war of words also happening between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. There has been talk about reformation in the immigration system as well. Both camps have talked about it. Now that Donald Trump is going to be the next president of the United States, how soon do you think can that happen?
Well, again, I think we have to kind of reassess how we're going to be talking about all of these issues that have been brought up in the campaign. The one that you just mentioned, I would simply say this: we have very good and very strong laws on the books with regard to legally migrating and immigrating into the United States of America. We don't need new laws. They just need to be enforced. And what was happening during the last 4 years is that these laws have been ignored. There's absolutely no excuse to not enforce the laws on the books. I think Donald Trump will start there. Let's begin with enforcement of the laws on our books. You cannot just simply come over to the United States of America and claim that you need asylum. There's a process, and if you do not figure out how to administer that process in a way that follows the law, then the government in and of itself is breaking the law, and that's what we were seeing the last 4 years.
Well, one Indian origin person might be out of the White House, but there's another person with Indian roots who will be connected to the new US government as the second lady of America. Usha Vance, JD Vance's wife, is the India Connect in Trump 2.0. Born to Indian parents who emigrated from Andhra Pradesh to the US in 1986, Usha Chilukuri Vance was raised in a suburb of San Diego, California. Take a look at this report.
Kamala Harris might not be making it to the White House after all. But that doesn't mean there is no Desi connect at the Oval Office.
I want to be the first to congratulate our great, now I can say, Vice President-elect of the United States, JD Vance. And his absolutely remarkable and beautiful wife, Usha Vance.
Exit Kamala, enter Usha Vance, the immensely successful woman behind the very successful man who is set to be America's next vice president. Born to Indian immigrant parents in California, Usha grew up with a strong emphasis on education. She graduated summa cum laude from Yale University and went on to earn advanced degrees from Cambridge and Yale Law. Usha's impressive resume includes clerkship with Chief Justice John Roberts and Judge Brett Kavanaugh. She's also worked for top law firms handling civil litigation and appeals. In 2014, Usha married JD Vance and they have 3 children together. Despite their different faith backgrounds, Usha is Hindu, JD is Christian. They share a strong commitment to family and public service. As JD Vance's political star soared, Usha took on a more public role, introducing him at the Republican National Convention and joining him on the campaign trail.
My background is very different from JD's. I grew up in San Diego, in a middle-class community. With 2 loving parents, both immigrants from India, and a wonderful sister. That JD and I could meet at all, let alone fall in love and marry, is a testament to this great country.
A talented lawyer, a devoted wife, and now the Second Lady of the United States. As Usha Vance's star continues to soar, India wishes its new Desi girl all the very best. Bureau Report, Mirror Now.